Hey, this morning I was texting with my friend Casey Bard from Tacticalories. He makes seasoning sauces. I use them. I love them. And I have greatly enjoyed watching him grow his brand using resources he's learned from our podcast and community. And we've become friends over time doing it. And we were texting, and he was running past me his launch strategy. So he is just continually launching products this last year, and he's got a really good system in place, and he just took it to the next level with his next product launch. I thought it was so interesting. I said, hey, can you share that in my Facebook group? And he said, I'll do you one better. Why don't we jump on Skype, and I'll walk you through it in a screen share right now. So I said, okay, let's do it. And so joining me today is Casey Bard from Tacticalories. Casey, what's going on?
We're releasing our first buffalo sauce. What I've relied on is trying to create these systems where I can kind of, the checks and balances, what sucked, what worked. We went off of, September was our biggest month ever, and then October beat it, and then November beat it, and then December was slightly behind November, but which is pretty good because of Black Friday. So through this, we released, 4 or 5 products in Q4, which is tough, So with this, we kind of took the pros and cons. What did we do for each? One of the things that we were unable to fix throughout this whole thing was Shopify's super duper duper basic product page editing. I don't know coding. I've been messing with websites for 20 years, and I can't make it look good. I can add bold, or I can do this, or I can do that, but I can't make it look pretty. So last week I actually texted you and I said, hey man, how much to really help me out and really kind of set my product pages up the way that these national level premium hot sauce brand sites have it. You said X amount, or, have you tried doing it yourself with a couple of these page builders? I had tried Shogun. I had tried a few other ones. And I just thought they were not very intuitive. They didn't do what I wanted to do. You recommended Zipify, and I've been, for the last 72 hours, I've literally been sitting with my hoodie up in Zipify pages. We could talk for 45 minutes about Zipify pages, which I think we could do. I mean, it's not a bad idea. Just as a newcomer, I literally downloaded, I added it to my store 48 hours ago. What I wanted to text, what I started texting you about last night is the additional changes I made to my site in lieu of an upcoming product release. And that's one thing that I find that a lot of Shopify stores don't do, or any stores don't do, and I found that it makes all the difference. To people are coming there to buy a buffalo sauce for $11 when they can buy Frank's for $2. I have to give them a really good experience. So step one is, prior to this release, my landing page was a super basic, like what I could do on this limited default Shopify product editor, right? Without the help of a developer or anything like that. It was always pretty basic. A couple images, maybe some cool text, but nothing the way that Zipify has allowed me to do. So retail facing, this is live right now. A week prior, which would have been the 8th, I started making changes. Now, the biggest reason that we wait is because as soon as people hear that we have a product release, as soon as I say product is coming on X day, my sales drop because people are waiting to buy this new exciting product. So I think a week prior is just fine. What I did on a week prior is I changed. Can you see my cursor? Okay. The logo I edited to the same logo that's on my bottle, which is orange, which is uncharacteristic of my other products, but it matched the branding of the product. So this exact orange, I went into Photoshop and grabbed the color code for it, and I color matched my whole site to this orange right here. Okay, so logo changed. My limited time $75 free shipping changed from an olive drab green to orange. We're having an orange party, Kurt.
Yeah, it's helpful to know anywhere you see the orange would normally have been like an olive green. The whole site was earth toned, like a camo palette, and now it's this bright orange. So for fans of the brand, they immediately recognize this as something special and different. It stands out right away.
A tip that I found, and this is something I stole from a major supplement company, is to not always use the recommendation of banner sizing, right? You know what I mean by horizontal. So a lot of times, if you can get a high-end, shot. I took this shot. What day did we eat wings here? Wednesday. So I took this shot Wednesday. I just made wings for the warehouse guys. And I just said, hey, man, dump this on wings. So I took this shot Wednesday. It's not like I had a crazy photo shoot schedule. I made some wings, took some pictures. Now, obviously my business, it's lends itself to that. But one thing I want to mention is a lot of times I'll run this at a 1:1 ratio. As long as you can do like a 2000 by 2000, it infiltrates your screen with good imagery, right? So day of or maybe day prior to release, I swap this section out from just, top flavors to essentially change this to a product page. So if they come to tacticalories.com, they can buy from the front page. And what's awesome is now that I've found the Zipify builder, I can use Zipify to build out this page and use a lot of the elements that I like, countdown timers and stuff that's all native to Zipify. You can change your front page to be purpose built for a product launch, which I'll probably do.
That's cool. So normally what you would have, this is Turbo Theme. Normally you would have turned these sections off and just had like a big featured product for the product launch on there. And now you're saying like in the future you'll mess with Zipify. Yeah.
So we'll move on to the product page itself. Pretty simple. I have a kind of a little teaser because I filled the, I had to put these in to make the variants work in Zipify. But, I have some combos that you can see, but obviously I have it set to coming soon. So this is my big thing. This is what I want to show you. If you click either, if you find yourself on the Helldiver page somehow and you click this button, sign up for first dibs, or if you go back to the main page and click this, coming soon, it takes you to a Zipify opt-in page. Okay. So we have exactly 4 days. Okay. So cool thing is once you're in it, you're kind of screwed. There's no buttons. I can't get out.
This is a true landing page.
True landing page. Now it lives, I don't know if you can see the URL, but it lives, pages / whatever opt-in. Okay. I'm already giving bundle deals at release to everybody. Okay. If you're on my list, you're on social, I'm giving you a bundle deal. How do I further incentivize people to make them feel they're like they're in the cool group? I just give them 24 hours heads up, 24 hours lead time, 24-hour head start at it. Everything I do is in small batches. That's true. I have 1,020 bottles. I'm holding one in my hand right now. So I have 1,019 bottles sitting in my warehouse right now. So, you can have a little bit of scarcity there. You can just, people are excited. I ask them to join the front line, which I just came up with this week, which I like because it's front of line plus the phrase front line lends itself to, tactical and whatever. So sign up now for a 24-hour head start to the public. That's it. I'm not giving them additional discounts, not doing anything like that. You scroll down here, you can sign up to be first in, right? So I'll kind of work through that. I'll just click tacticalories@gmail.com, submit. Little pop-up comes in that says you're in. Click OK, and it takes you to a thank you page. Now we're back at the website. Thank you. Your early access is coming, 114, where everything else I'm saying on social is 115. So now all that did was add them to a flow in my Klaviyo. Super, super easy integration with Zipify, plus Klaviyo. Super, super simple.
Let's take a moment and let's recap where we are right now.
Okay.
So the product, it's a new product coming. It's going to launch in 4 days. It has not launched yet. So you're doing essentially, we call it a website takeover, where the entire website branding changed to match the product. The homepage hero image is just one giant hero image about the product. That sends them to a true landing page. If they sign up for that, they're then put in a flow where they get a 24 hours early access to this limited edition product.
Yeah, the flow.
Okay.
The flow initiates at time of sign up, so immediately. It's going to be this guy. So this comes through. You sign up, you get this. It's basically a recap of what the thank you page said. But I took a tip from Ezra's tutorial and just recommended that they just kind of follow us on Instagram or Facebook. This is kind of weak. I don't love this, but you might as well, might as well. If you click, Tacticalories on Instagram, what you can see is this morning, yesterday we did this one. These are all pretty representative of where they are from a customer life cycle. You go to, this one, I talk about using the buffalo sauce as a binder. So anyway, and I'll get to that in 1 second. So this opt-in, what I'm building out, as we speak right now, as soon as we get off the phone, I'm essentially waiting 18 hours because I don't have a ton of time right now. In a perfect world, my next release, it's going to be spread out a little bit more, but I'm working as quickly as I can. So I kind of want to run a few ideas down with you on what I'm doing for my email 1, email 2, and email 3. Now, again, this is the trigger when somebody subscribes to that opt-in, that early opt-in, okay? This is not my whole list. Goal is to have 3 emails. Number 1 that's going out immediately when you sign up is the thank you, and you guys saw that. Thank you. Follow us on Instagram, whatever. That's this. I want to wait 18 hours, and I'm going to send them a warm-up. So goal with that is going to be, you saw that picture a few minutes ago of the raw chicken wings and me dumping the sauce on the raw chicken wings. So we had, a wing party at the warehouse the other day, and I just took photos from the beginning to end of me using us using this product, from opening the bottle to applying it, 1, 2, 3 times, whatever, grilling it, eating it. Okay. So tomorrow's email or this second email is going to be a warm up. I want this to be about seat of the pants. I want them to feel the product. So it's going to be a blog style. And what I mean by that is really good images, maybe 5 or 6 images. So image, copy, image, copy, image, copy, feel it. You can smell the the buffalo sauce now, right? Are you following me there?
Yes.
So my goal is to warm them up, even though they're already warm as hell because they're signed, they're already in my cycle somehow. Because right now I'm not even running ads for this. I already have almost 100 opt-ins since yesterday. Just warm them up even more, kind of give them that feel. Now, number 3, which I'll eventually do an additional time delay here. And I'll do, well, you don't do that. Anyway, so my third one is going to be a video from me explaining why you need to move quickly. Okay?
Oh, brilliant.
So I'm trying to think. So it's basically to end up being that last call to my opt-in page of saying, guys, we kind of introed you on what the product is. We kind of showed you how we use it. Now you need to quit screwing around and get in and buy this. It goes in tomorrow. The hype is real, blah, blah, blah. So those are my 3. And I use that because, I used to sell motorcycles and 4-wheelers for a living, and it was the same thing. Intro, hey, how you doing, man? Here, do you want some water? Here's some literature. Okay. Oh, you want to go sit on that quad? Oh, yeah. Intro is, hi, thanks for coming in. The second email is that warm up. You want to sit on it? You want to take it for a test drive? I mean, that's why you bought that dumb car you have, right, Kurt? Is like you sat in it and you felt it and it was like, oh my God, I got to buy this, right?
Actually, yes. And my wife, I got out of the thing and my wife looks at me and goes, I said, what do you think? And she goes, we both know you're going to buy it.
Yeah. So then that third email is the scare. It's like, hey man, like I know, what kind of car is it?
Jaguar F-Type.
Okay. Hey man, I know it's a Jaguar, but man, these are super limited, and we only have a couple in Chicago. And there's actually a computer. There's a lawyer coming from Toledo, Ohio next week or on Wednesday to buy that car. So, dude, I'm gonna need you to commit.
The guy's like, listen, it's the dealer demo, so we only have the one, and there's a guy in Florida who's looking at it.
Yeah, we're gonna do a dealer trade.
Heard my eyes roll at this statement.
So that eye roll is just fine because you fucking bought the car.
I did. So, I still bought the damn thing.
Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do, guys. Hey man, there's a little old lady that needs this as a grocery getter. Buy. Okay, so that's my opt-in plan. 1, 2, 3, simple. I spend a lot of time. It's typically I spend a lot of time on that first and second email, and then it kind of falls off. It's going to be super simple. This is kind of like Jeff Walker-ish, like all the work's done, right, with product release formula. So that's what I have going on for emails.
So I get it's 3 emails when I sign up for the pre-launch list. It's number 1, thank you, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and it's so that you could get in their feed with the stories because those people are hyper engaged. And if they reply, I assume you reply back. Day 2, you make it a party. So you're sharing with them your wing party pictures.
Very good,
and how
very
you
much
did it.
Instagram-ish, right? So these type of shots right here.
Yeah,
Yep.
and especially, if you're into wings, I don't
Like
even eat meat anymore, and I'm like, I want this.
I exclusively eat meat.
Oh, I'm not judging. Day three, then you do a video explaining why people need to move fast at the release.
Yep, and this is just my opt-in page now. I'm still going to be doing public, to my full Klaviyo. We call it the nuke list, right? So, the everybody list. Now I'm making the exception where I'm pulling anybody that's in on this particular list, like the opt-in list. They don't get my public emails anymore, right? So I'm still doing, today we're doing that intro, which I sent out this morning, which is this one. This went out to the intro, this guy. This is for my whole list, get first dibs on Helldiver, and it's coaxing them to go to that landing page, right?
And so I got this email this morning.
Okay, so this is my 10,000 people got this. Cool. Frontline members will receive that special link early. I want first dibs. You click through, it takes you to the sign up, right? Now, in addition to that, so I'm going to kind of chill with them, with my public list, my full list on the 13th. Which is Monday. So again, working back, product release is 15th. Early access is 14th. On the 13th, I'm going to send a last call email to my list again to say last call if you want early access. And then again, I'll send them an email on 1/15 with it publicly live. They're going to all get the same deals. It's just the opt-in group gets it 24 hours prior. Okay?
Okay.
So what I do want to show you then is in Zipify, we built a product page. So can you do this? So on the 14th, my early guys are going to get this, and on the 15th, everybody else is going to get this. This is going to be the click. This is going to be that tacticalories.com/Helldiver. And this is a tip that I want to make sure that if anybody's listening, I want them to know how they can go in and do the custom navigation, the custom link for navigation. Is there any way you could do like another video to show them how to do that, Kurt? The short, tacticalories.com/Helldiver, the URL redirect. That makes it really nice for things like this, Instagram. Tacticalories.com/Helldiver. I can keep it Helldiver, and I switch it on the back end of what I want it to be that day. So day of release, I switch the URL redirect from the opt-in page to this product page I'm going to show you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, URL redirects, powerful overlooked tool. Smart.
Super smart because they don't die. The other ones die. Imagine if I, once the URL if I link them to tacticalories.com/pages/helldiver-front-line-op-in- thank you, like that dies once that post goes away, and I can kind of, I don't know. So that's one big tip I've been doing is I've been doing more of the URL redirects. Okay. So this is not a completed page. This is I don't have to be done till Monday. So, Monday, Tuesday. So it's still pieced together. But this is going to be the product launch page. These are all going to be linked to specific parts of the page. Anytime you see a shop now, it's going to drop you down to the bottom offer. And I'm not going to sit and dissect this. This is all based off of a template that's free in Zipify.
Whoa. Because this looks really good. And then I see like you branded it and added your content.
Yeah, dude, so I use that same color code, the same orange color code, the same black color code. It's all the same, right? I just branded it. added my own logos here. These are all my own images, kind of, again, you're going to find some stuff. Like I think
We got
there's
some
still
social proof down there.
Yeah,
Excellent.
and this is all a template. I literally just copied and I deleted the stuff that Zipify had in there for skin creams and added my own stuff. And again, it's not complete. It's still, I still have a Jane Goodall quote here, but this one's real. So I sent out some pre-release. So this is the other thing. Another bonus tip. You may want to write this one down, Kurt. If you have the ability to get pre-release product, even if it's not as good, like even if they're the labeling, Sticker Mule will do like 50 stickers for you, or whatever your product is, to try to get that pre-release and invest a small percentage of your budget into sending out pre-release product. Now, what's going to happen is this woman ordered, she's one of my really good customers, and she's a real customer. She ordered, and I said, hey, I just got in blank bottles of my next product. Can I toss one in there in exchange for an honest review? So she did it. So now I have social proof on a product that hasn't even been released yet. The next day, I contacted 15 or 20 people, my good customers, and I said, hey, can I also send you guys a free bottle to try it? So in the next, day or two, I'm going to start getting a roll of reviews in. Can I give another tip on that? Do you mind?
Please do. It's pure gold here.
If you use, okay, you see where I'm at right now. This is my product page. Okay, set it up early, and I did this intentionally. Set it up early. When you send them the product to review, do a draft order and utilize the actual product. Don't just say, and you know what I mean by that, right? So you go into, I'm not going to do it, but you go to Shopify, you go to orders, click draft order in the top right, create a draft order with the real product, and then when they review it, it's a verified customer.
If it's not obvious, let's address the importance here of the verified badge, is so they know that they're not looking at fake reviews. So that's such a common problem across all sites now. They know, all right, they just wrote the reviews, they're stuffing the reviews. You see Amazon, it's a really bad problem, and I think that's where it has trained people to be suspicious of it. So yeah, I think 100% having that verified badge helps. Certainly doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt, and it also helps for inventory. It helps for tracking. I'm a food producer, so say I accidentally filled this with gold instead of buffalo sauce. I need to know who just took my gold from me. So being able to track every single person, because what ends up happening is you say, okay, well, I just sent out 10. I kind of want to know those 10 people that I sent to. So I can run a quick report now and see who purchased it, even at $0 with free shipping. That's still fine, but I can track everybody who's ever had a bottle. I literally just went down through every single thing that they had. I deleted a couple that weren't applicable, but this one, they had a 100% satisfaction. Well, I wanted 100% tasty as fuck promise, and I'm just basically telling them.
I saw that earlier in the landing page. I thought that was really funny.
Quit worrying about it and fire up the grill. Just be cool, man.
When you use humor, it lets you be much more direct in your objection busting. You're flat out being like, look, I know your concern is this good or not? I promise it's tasty as fuck. So just try it. And if it's not, I'll give you your money back. Yeah,
we're cool. This isn't fucking Kohl's, man. Relax. You don't need to worry about it. Like, just if you don't like it, let me know, man. Like, we'll figure it out.
Plus, it's like, it's an $11 item. There is much less risk there's less risk for you on eating the cost of the return.
Yeah.
And then for them, it's like really shouldn't be too big a nudge for them to try this.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Another very, important little niblet here I want to give you is I would go out on a limb and say, this is going to be a very bold statement here. There's merit to fucking up every once in a while, because it shows that I'm a real company with real morals and ethics. So, a kind of a case study is we'll ship you the wrong product accidentally, or I've had this business for 4 years. I've never zero returns. And I don't mean like zero repeating, because on average I only have to. No, I mean like I've never had to process a return ever, period. So That's not to say I haven't had a few people. One guy tried my barbecue seasoning and said it tasted like there's artificial smoke in it. And I said, you're right. Until I can figure out how to bag smoke and mail it to you, it's going to be an artificial taste that tastes like smoke. However, either throw it in the garbage or give it to your friend. Pick something else out. Here's a 100% off coupon. And that dude ended up buying, 5 more times because it shows, it's like that give and get thing. So there's actually merit to, having this as almost like a lead generator, right? If somebody comes to me and says this sucks, I actually find it really interesting and I want to work through it because it doesn't suck. So let's figure out what's wrong with you. Let's figure out your problems. Okay. Special offer is set to expire. Now, the way that this is another important date. So I have a few dates, right? So my 114 is going to be my frontline release. 115 is my public release. Combo deals end at 117. That's next Friday, a week from today. As you can see, 7 days, 12 hours. So next Friday at midnight, these combo deals end. It doesn't mean the product ends. It just gets set back to, at midnight, I'm going to be sitting up drinking whiskey, eating chicken wings, and I'm going to switch it back to, just one bottle for this, one bottle for, you're not going to get these extras. Okay. So how sick does this look? Try doing this in a product page.
I know this strategy works because we've done this multiple times for KeySmart on their launches, and they've had 7-figure launches, and a big part of it is being able to triple the average order value with these bundles.
Yeah. So, and then in addition, what I'm not going to show you is I am going to have a pretty aggressive. Now, I don't want to go off of bold upsells because I've had such success with them, and I don't have time. That's just one more thing to complicate my release. But I am interested in taking a look at the Zipify or Ezra's one-click upsell. Yeah, so I don't want to do that today, but I'm maybe for my next one because I've had good success with upsells. So what I'm going to do is, even though I'm already upselling them on this crazy, they haven't tried these products on the right. The left one, a salt and pepper, was my first product ever, and it's amazing on wings, so I included it. But they're already balling. See right here, I'm like, bro, I'm all in. I'm going to give them an upsell for more bottles because here's the deal. This is another logistics, a point from a logistics standpoint is it's already costing me a crazy amount to ship glass bottles to Chicago, 3 of them. Like minimum, I'm going to have $10 into the cost to ship this to you. Dude, if you can just buy a couple more, it's actually going to help me. It doesn't really get that much more expensive. I put into a flat rate or, a regional rate B box. My price goes up a couple percent, but I end up making $30 or $40 more. So I'm going to give you a really good deal to buy 3 more. So, yeah. So the final thing I did want to show, your followers and stuff. This is something that's kind of near and dear to my heart. So you can add buy now. It takes you right to shopping cart, right? I could do a little bit more. I know Kurt always yells at me and all the little things I could do. I could say secure checkout. I got it, pal. You've told me a few times. I forgot.
I don't know what version of Turbo this is. There's a checkbox that'll just add a little lock icon on there now.
I need to add dude, if you're already spending $43, I have a $75 plus free shipping. You're only X amount from free shipping. But
I have a snippet of liquid logic I can give you that drops into this cart template, and it'll add that little calculator. So like right under total savings, it'll say, hey, you're only X dollars away from free shipping.
Let's do that because every time that, I've used a few third-party apps and they all look like they were made in fucking Microsoft Paint. They suck. It doesn't fit it doesn't look good, right? So as long as it looks good, I'm cool with it. Okay. This is the thing I wanted to show you guys. This is something that nobody does. I'm just asking you to give a couple more craps about your business, and this is one way. So when you go to checkout, you see I've spent all this time. We've talked for the longest 10 minutes in ever. Everything is about this orange color. And again, just think about your own brand. Think about your own blue T-shirt you're selling. Color match that blue and make this a fucking party, okay? So then when you go to checkout, check this out. The background.
Boom. Boom.
is chicken wings. And you only get like, it's like 100 pixels or something here. It's not a lot.
But it looks so good. And so many people don't bother to style the checkout.
There's massive companies that, I'm involved with a company. I have to be careful how I say this. Massive entertainment star. Okay. Like as big as you can get in the music industry in a specific genre. He has a company that sells products and the site is really well done. Okay. You go to the checkout page. It's gray up here. It's like this same color gray. It's not. There's like, and they still have like the standard clickable text where my logo is there. I'm like, man, you dropped me. Like it literally dropped me. Not just because I'm a freak, but
I've seen Fortune 500 websites that like amazing. Spent $100,000 on a custom theme, and then you get to the checkout, and everybody forgot.
So what I'm going to do also now that I'm saying this, let me write this down. Payment button needs changed to that orange. I think that'd be a cool.
Right. Yeah, that would tie it all together.
Orange and black. So this took me a day and a half of aggressive work.
And the tools really are Zipify and Klaviyo.
Klaviyo, Zipify, and dedication.
Yeah, a lot of legwork.
Yeah. Obviously I think we can take points out of this to just, to change those colors, it's going to take you, 30 minutes tops. It's just, I've got to the point where I'm going to start, this is, down the road, I want to discuss potential subscription processes, but I think this is an interesting way for me to basically have a subscription box that's unique month to month without needing to give away the baby with the bathwater. Because when people sign up to a subscription, they need something big, right? They need like that. I only subscribe to like one or two things, period. It's just like you have to be, it has to be real for me to subscribe. But this is a way that I don't, okay, man, you don't have to subscribe. I'm just going to do my best to deliver a really good product. Like my product releases now are essentially planned out through Q2, maybe early Q3 based off of what's going on in the world, what's going on, what holidays are coming up. We have St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to sell you a kit to make your own corned beef. It's, stuff like that. I think that ends up being now my I have two things. It's like my company revolves around product releases and gift giving, period. The seasonings are just a medium. So
this is excellent. Thank you for pulling back the curtain and sharing this with us.
If you guys have any questions, man, just DM me on Instagram. Just say, hey, I listened to the Shopify podcast. I had a question. Casey at redgrainmedia.com if you have questions about anything. But Kurt, man, I just want to say we've been trying to get on a podcast together for, 2 years. Man, I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done for not only me, but my friend. I'm, like I said, I warehouse with 3 or 4 other Shopify companies. And, we talk about you guys a lot, but, just the free tips, the paid tips, the little things, I've never been a client of yours. You're a client of mine more than I'm a client of yours. I've purchased products from you, but we haven't went all in. I haven't given you thousands of dollars, but you've made me tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. So thank you, dude. I really appreciate it. So I just think it's awesome what you guys do. It's badass. It's better. It's because you guys are real. You talked about me being real. Now I want to talk about you for a minute. You guys are real. Some of the other Shopify, I'm not going to, some other e-commerce podcasts and some other content sources that I find, it's like, who the fuck are you trying to impress and play? Like, just tell me the real, what's really going on. I don't need all these things. It sounds like you hired a Hollywood producer to make it. Stop. Tell me some really, and I think that's where I kind of wanted to lay out these tips that I gave you. And again, we had 15 minutes to plan this. This wasn't well planned, and that's why it was real. And that's what I look for in your content and your podcast. It's very, very quick, actionable, do it or don't, and go. So thank you.
I love it. Thank you. Wow, that made my day. I'm going to be walking on air the rest of the day. I appreciate it, Casey. All right, I got to go edit this video so we can get it live. The people need to know the story.
Yeah. So this isn't me being cheap, but if you guys want to try the barbecue, I'll do Ether Cycle as a coupon code to give more off, because I think it's sick that you guys, other companies may want to buy from me. It's pretty cool. So Ether Cycle, I don't know what I'm going to do, but Ether Cycle is the code.
All right, we'll give it a shot. Thank you, Casey.
Thanks, man. Hey, have a good day.